Greetings, students. This is Dr. Nguyen. I am making this presentation as an educational tool to help you learn your vocabulary words in new or different situation. So let's begin. And as you can see, and you wonder why I'm wearing this championship Lakers hat, I am a fan of the Lakers, the LA Lakers. And of course, Kobe Bryant was my hero, my role model. So saluting to Kobe Bryant, always love. So let's get started. Are you ready? So what is technology? I'm going to give you a minute or two to think about what is technology. Okay, so does technology really mean a computer or a machine that helps you to do work? So what does technology really mean? It depends on a person's need. What is your need? What is my need? Why there's a need for you to use technology? Why is there a need for me to use technology? So depends on a person or depend on people needs. There are so many ways that we can define what really makes something technology. So there are many meanings. There are many definitions to the term technology. Here are just some examples. And the first one is technology is the use of knowledge, what you know, to invent or to make new devices or tools. Throughout history, technology has made people's lives easier. Long time ago, I did not have a car, so I used to walk. I walked to school. I walked to the market, but now I can use a vehicle to drive myself to the market or to a school. So my vehicle is an example of technology, is a device, is a tool that I can use to make my life easier. Technologies is the use of science in solving problems. In a business industry, in engineering, let's say Facebook, McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, the Home Depot, Kroger. These are the industry in business. Before, they had to hire people as cashiers. So when the customer comes, they can count what the customer have on their bags and count together how much purchase, how many items they have. Count the items together to see how much they have purchased and be able to give them a total, and they exchange. The cashier exchange the products, the customer exchange the money, so they can be in agreement and be able to sell and buy. But now, McDonald's, Wendy's, the airport, Kroger, they don't need to have people. They can use kiosks, machines to allow people to make their purchases without having to deal with people at the cash register. So because businesses have problems, people have problems. Sometimes I don't want to see people when I go to the market. So I go to the kiosk, I go to the machine and I check out myself. I don't have to worry about the people giving me attitude. Technology is the application of the scientific knowledge to the practical aims of human life, as it is sometimes phrased to change or and to the change and manipulation of the human environment. So what it says is that technology helps our life to be better in the environment where we live. So it depends on you, it depends on someone else to define what technology is. So do you have an understanding of what is technology? So technology can be many things. So when we talk about technology, it's not just about a computer or a television. It can be many things. So for example, many years ago, in the beginning of time, we may not have a fork, but because of the advancement of human development, because of the advancement of technology, we were able to come up with a thing called a fork. The fork can help us to eat. This is the aim of human development. The aim is to make our life easier, make our life better each and every day. So this fork is an example of technology. So what is technology again? You see this old TV, this smart television, the internet, a rotary telephone, the flip phone, a smart cell phone, electricity, a pencil, a paper, charts. All of these are example of technology. So all of these are the products which are examples of technology because they are objects created by humans to solve everyday problems. So a pencil is a simple tool. When I'm mentioning a tool doesn't mean it needs to have a wheel and a rotor. So a pencil is a simple tool. It is considered an example of technology because we can make things better. We can write faster and make life easier. So as you can see here, these are scissors, a simple tool. This is a lever, a simple tool. The screwdriver, the screw is a simple tool. So these simple tools are example of technology. So the pros and the cons of technology. Pros means the good things. Cons mean the bad thing. So think about it. What is the pros? What is the good about technology? What is the bad things about technology? The pros, good. The cons, which is bad. Think about the pros and the con of technology. So technology allows people to download software like Google, music, or an educational software like Microsoft, so they can use at home or at work. Technology allows people to collect useful information, save important records in the clouds, and keep their secrets in places that others may not find. But we have hackers, so that cannot be very safe. In many cases, many apps are free. These are the pros. These are the good things about technology. And of course, we have the bad things. So let's see. The first thing is there's a security issues that people must pay attention to because there is a potential for bad people to hack, go inside of the technology at home to steal information. Because technology can make everything easy, it can prevent or stop people to use their imagination in creative ways. I need to find a way to make a cake. I don't know how. I go to Google, look for a creative way. Google think it for me. I don't have to think, so I'm not creative. It is Google that is creative. I just use the example and make the cake. Since there are many educational websites that students and people can use to help them with their schoolwork, these websites can negatively affect students and people because people become totally dependent on the technology to help them instead of using their imagination, which will not help or improve their memory later on. So these are the cons. These are the bad thing about technology. We need technology, but technology can be good and bad at the same time. The pros and the cons. So let's practice these words. These words are one syllable. Add, spin, code, add, spin, code, smooth, clue, huge, wax, fuss. Sorry, this is not one syllable word. Well, things happen. Last, throw, then, two, shock, strange. Third, remember the E is silent. And, rise, again, the E is silent. Climb, and, free, drop, course. Again, the E here is silent, so no talk. And finally, think. So these are one syllable words. Then we have two syllable words. So let's say after me, predict, improve, produce, lightning, slalom, interest, not interest, interest, download, compete, because the E here is silent. Decide, again, the E is silent. So I'm going to point out the silent E for you. So that way you don't have to worry about. These are the silent E. Okay, so these are the silent E, meaning you don't pronounce the E. Item, software, silent E. affect, cover, careful, warehouse, not warehouse, but warehouse, collect, secret, thunder, coldest, central, record or record, depends on if it is a verb or a noun, extreme, take place, swimming, random, alley, colder, almost, ancient, apply. So these are the 2-syllable words. Then we have the 3 syllables, 3 sounds. 1, 2, 3. 3 sound. 1 syllable, 1 sound. Benefit, fulfillment, creative, organize, tornado, hurricane, dangerous, tsunami, accident, temperature. Again, silent E. So you have 3 sounds. Silent E, silent E, silent E. Then you have 4-syllable words. Remember the silent E. Advertising, advertising, competition, security, participants, technology, thermometer, Doppler radar, unusually, unusually. This is a fine sound words. I mean to use that, so we're not going to count this one. Okay, but I'm going to use the word unusual. Okay, so let's take this word out. So, okay, things happen, mistake happens, I apologize. The reason why Doppler radar is 2 words. Sometimes we have to have a phrase, which means one thing. So we have the word Doppler and radar. So Doppler is a physicist who came up with this instrument to measure to make a prediction of the weather. So we use the Doppler radar in honor of the physicist. So again, 4-syllable words. Advertising, competition, security, participants, technology, thermometer, Doppler radar. Then we have 5-syllable words. We have educational, educational, imagination, imagination. Precipitation, precipitation. Finally, international, international. I hope you can pronounce these words and know what these words mean and use them in different situations. So let's see if you remember the meaning of each of these words. So as you can see here, what is the boys drinking? So I'm going to give you a minute to decide on what word that you can put on here. So I'm going to read the words for you. Affect, creative, download, educational, imagination, improve, shock, rise, decide, careful, precipitation, drop. So I'm going to give you about a couple minutes. I'm going to read you number one, the first one. Drinking too much soda can blank your health. So be blank about drinking too much soda. What words from the list here you can fill in the blank? There's not a chance for blank on Monday. There is a little chance the rain may blank because of the clouds. The weather seems to blank for the entire week. Use the image to determine the words that fill in the blank. Cool Math for Kids, Science Kids, Neo K-12, Fact Monster, and How Stuff Works are blank websites for students. When students use these sites, their grades can blank or increase. If students spend too much time on these sites, it can negatively blank their eyesight or vision. So please be careful when you blank to let your kids use these sites. So I'm going to give you another minute to decide what words to use. Or you can pause the video and make your own work. So read again between the words. Think about the clues from the sentences and determine what word go on the line. Okay, so the first one. Drinking too much soda can affect your health. So be careful about drinking too much soda. There is not a chance for precipitation on Monday. There is a little chance for the rain. There's a little chance the rain may drop because of clouds. The weather seems to improve for the entire week because, as you can see here, the weather move, the temperature go up, the temperature rise. Cool Math for Kids, Science Kids, Neo 12, Fact Monster, and How Stuff Works are educational websites for students. When students use these sites, their grades can improve or increase. If students spend too much time on these sites, it can negatively affect their eyesight or vision. So please be careful when you decide to let your kids use these sites. I hope you get them all right. Give me a high five if you did. Now, these next words, let's see if you know them or not. So say with me. Extreme, extreme, tornado, alley, produce, or produce, produce, or produce depends on the noun or the verb that you use. Produce or produce. Doppler radar, spin, almost, dangerous, huge, last, lightning, predict, thunder. So I'm going to give you a minute, or you can pause the video and try to figure out the context clue based on the image and determine what word go into the line. So the first one, this is a tornado. It is an example of extreme weather. It is also dangerous because it can kill people and destroy everything in its path. So it's moving, that is the path. It can be small or huge. Huge means big, large, synonyms. Number 5, Kroger has a produce section or department that you can get vegetables and fruit. There is an alley in front of it, and you can walk up and down. So as you can see here, this is the alley. You can walk up and down. An alley is a path, a walkway. Number 7, the Doppler radar. This is the Doppler radar, which is an example of technology. It's used to predict or make decisions about the weather, such as lightning, which is flashing, or thunder, which gives sound, boom. So when you see thunder, of course, sometimes it's associated with lightning. Tornadoes can last or continue its path for about 20 minutes or more. Tornadoes often spin around and around as it moves. Okay, so the next sets of words: habit, advertising, act, predict, clue, benefit, secret, software, interest, collect, security, record or record, depends on a verb or the noun that you use. So these are the 12 words. Use them. 2 of the words you might not use. So figure them out to see which word go here. I will give you a couple minutes, or you can pause the video and figure that out. So number 1, do you have a blank? Mine is playing tennis. Do you have an interest, something that you like to do? Number 2, did you find your blank online? If not, you can go to school and ask for a document, record, not record, your record. Number 3, Facebook was created in 2004 for college students. It was Mark Zuckerberg who came up with this idea about allowing the students to communicate with each other on campus. So we came with this thing, which is a software. Facebook allowed the students at the college at Harvard to interact with each other. But now it's no longer that college student and everybody is allowed to use Facebook to communicate with each other. But now it's a business. So its main way to make money is advertising. You can place an ad on Facebook of your products and services of your business. Number 4, Facebook is a blank, a software, because it is an application that you can use. It is not a hardware like a tablet or a laptop. Number 5, do you have a blank? Mine is to drink coffee at 6 a.m. every day. habit, routine, the same activity that you do every day. I blank or think, I predict or think the weather will improve this week because I look at the weather forecast every day. There is a blank. There is a benefit to use technology. It can help me to communicate with each other easily and quickly. Can you give me a clue? I do not know who come in and eat my food. What is your blank? I cannot tell you mine unless you tell me yours. What is your secret? Lisa was calling John on the phone, ring, 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 to collect money because he has not paid his telephone bills. So I hope you learned everything that we were discussing about technology. And if you like about what you learned from this video, please by all means, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching. So again, if you like what you see, I know it's not the best, but I'm trying. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, give me your heart, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace. Rest in peace, Kobe.